Hello to everyone. I would like to welcome you to the fifth webinar within the DIATOMIC's market phase. My name is Nemanja Nichin, and I will be presenting you the webinar for you today on the topic of customers' needs. I just wanted to let you know that today's webinar will be recorded, so keep that in mind. On the start, I would like to say that Q&A will not take part during the webinar. So if you have any questions or need guidance on the topic of the webinar customers' needs or any topic in the past, please feel free to write to us at theatomic.innocence@gmail.com after the webinar, and we will do our best to get back to you as soon as possible. Today, I will provide you with insight how to identify and better understand customers' needs in order to be able to develop properly tailored solutions. The topic will cover the types of customers' needs, how to perform customers' needs analysis, and as well as to how to use obtained results to provide marketable solutions. In order to understand customers' needs, to be able to develop properly tailored solutions, you need first to define who is your customer, who are you targeting, who is your target market. Having a well-defined target market is the most important part. No one can afford to target everyone. Small businesses can effectively compete with larger companies, corporations, by targeting a niche market. Target a specific market does not mean that you are excluding people who do not fit your criteria. Rather, this target market will allow you to focus on your marketing and dollars and brand message on specific market that is more likely to buy from you than the other markets. This is a much more affordable and efficient and also effective way to reach potential clients and generate your business. So with a clearly defined target audience, it is of course much easier to determine where and how to market your own company. Some tips of doing that that can help you to define your target market is the first, you need to look at your current customer base, dig deeper into it, and who are your current customers and why do they buy from you? Ask you that question. Look for common characteristics and interests. It's very likely that other people like them could also benefit from your product or service, whether you have product or service. Of course, the other important tip is to check out your competition. Who are your competitors targeting? Who are their current customers? Don't go after the same market. You might find a niche market that they are actually overlooking. The next step will be to analyze your product. Write out a list of each feature of your product or service, and the next to each feature list the benefits it provides and the benefits of those benefits. For example, a plastic example is for a graphic designer. They offer high quality design services. The benefit is a professional company image. That professional image will attract more customers because they see the company as professional. Once you have your benefits listed, try to make a list of people who have a need that your benefit fulfills. And of course, to evaluate your decision, how to find new customers and how to increase sales. Once you have decided on a target market, be sure to consider the questions. Are there enough people who fit my criteria? will target market really benefit from your product or service? Can they afford, of course, can they afford this product? Don't break down your target so far. Remember that you can have more than one niche market. This not need to have only one. Consider if your marketing message should be different for each niche. If you can reach both niches effectively with the same message, maybe it have broken down your market too far. The trick and the most important is to find the perfect balance. How do you may asking now? How do I find all this information? Try to searching online and research others that have done on your target market. Search for magazine articles and blogs. Then talk about your target market. Also, you can search for blogs and forums where people in your target market communicate their opinions. And also look for survey results or consider conducting a survey of your own. Ask your current customers for feedback. Defining target market is actually the hard part. Once you know who are you targeting, it's much easier to figure out which media you can use to reach your customers, potential customers, and what marketing message will resonate to them. What suggestions could be that instead of sending direct email to everyone, you can send it only to those who fit your criteria. Save money and get better return of investment by defining your target audience. After you have defined your target market, you should ask yourself two questions. How to identify customer needs and how to develop the right product in order to satisfy that customers. Successful companies are aware that a high level of customer satisfaction has a positive impact on their trust to certain products and services. That's obvious, and which guarantees a long-term business sustainability and profit. Initially, companies were in the past preoccupied with the quality of the product. Today, nowadays they are more focused on satisfying customers' needs. To ensure a successful relation with customers and have a success on the market, you should analyze and understand the customer's needs and requirements. I already mentioned a few times that customers' needs and requirements. And in order to understand that, their needs, it's necessary to be aware and follow these 5 things, like understand your customer. Are they a small private company or a big multinational corporation? The second is what they do. Understand their occupation and interest. When they buy, understand the purchasing cycle of your customer, whether they buy through website, application, or in person, so how they buy, and what they expect from you. Like if your customers expect reliable delivery and you don't disappoint them, you stand to gain repeat business. Moreover, one of the fundamental concepts of marketing is to understand and address the needs, wants, and demands of your target market. Needs, wants, and demands are the 3 basic terms in marketing definition. These 3 terms helps a lot of taking your strategic decisions. These 3 terms play a very important role in marketing management and dealing with many autonomous problems like while marketing product and services. In short, needs are basic requirements, things that satisfy the basic requirement. Wants are requests directed to specific types of items, and demands are requests for specific product that the buyer is willing to and able to pay for. I will explain all of these three separately a bit later. Why should you know about customers' needs, wants, and demands? You should know about these concepts in order to know the target customers and target markets. Of course, to take strategic decisions and implementation. To promote that products with suitable advertisements. Of course, the main thing is to maximize sale and profits. To explore will they can afford to buy that product, and to know the number of customers who are able to buy a product, and to predict sales in particular target market. Needs, wants, and demands. As I said, needs are the basic requirements such as food and water. For the human survival, it's not possible without fulfilling these needs. According to the marketer's point of view, human needs can create repeated sales irrespective of wants and status. If the marketer's product are in the needs category, then it's not required to put extra promotional efforts to maximal sales. And for repeated purchases, needs forces the customers to buy the product continuously and repeatedly. And in order to fulfill the basic requirements, humans sacrifice their wants, fantasies, and dreams. So depending on the product category, market decides sales and profits. For example, if a person feels thirsty, then he or she simply buy water and fulfills the need. But they don't give much preference to particular brand. Hence, so many brands are offering similar products in order to satisfy the growing customer needs. What are the advantages in producing marketing needs? Needs are, as I said, needs are basic requirements, so no need to put extra efforts to maximize sales. Competition does not show much influence on sales. Customers give primary importance to buy the need category products, example, food and clothes. No need to use celebrity endorsement in order to create sales. If do so, it does not show much difference in sales, because customers buy new category products without forcing them or influencing them. What is the also good advantage of this is the cost of the advertisement is very less. Customers' preference become very less while purchasing need category products. Wants are not basic requirements, and these are not essential for human survival, but there exists a relation between needs and wants. If a need arises, then it stimulates human tastes and preferences, and finally, wants arises because wants are not immediate needs. Wants are not permanent and can change depending on the time, people, and location. What does that mean? For example, if a person feels thirsty, then she can drink to fulfill the need, but the wants force him or her to drink cool drink or fruit juice. That's a plastic explanation of wants. Are not mandatory, but marketers promote the want category products in such way that these products are mandatory part of life. In fact, wants are not necessary for human survival. Moreover, in the case of needs, customers do not give much preference to the brands, whereas in the case of wants, customers purchase what they want only. These wants are not immediate needs, so the customers can spend the time to select the desired color, flavor, and features. To promote the want category products, marketers need to put extra efforts in order to satisfy the changing tastes and preferences and wants as well. Why marketers should know about want category products? They should know about that because in order to put extra efforts to satisfy the changing customers' wants, threat of competition is very high. Customers give importance to buy specific goods only. Cost of advertisement is high. You should know that about one category products that the cost of advertisement is high. Strategic promotional approaches are necessary to create sales. And you can attract target customers by influencing them with different approaches. Demands is the willingness to buy and ability to pay creates demand for a particular product. Example, a human wants can create willingness, and here buying power convert these wants into demands. For example, if a person is willing to pay a gold chain, then the buying power or ability to pay should support his willingness or her willingness, then only it becomes a demand for the gold chain. Know about more about demands. The products which can create demand are premium product and high priced. Maybe customer willingness is very high toward purchase of this product. Customers' income levels decide whether they buy the product or not. Ability to buy can convert the wants into demands. A product cannot create sales effectively when the buying power of the customer is not supported. So that's what's in short of these three what's in demands for customers. Moreover, 7 steps to identify your ideal customer. First step will be to use some good old-fashioned brainstorming. If your product or service is going to be successful, it's going to have to solve a key problem your audience is facing. So before you go any further, ask yourself this very important question. What specific problem you are trying to solve? For instance, let's say you are a business coach. More especially, you love to help small business owners learn effective sales strategies and techniques. Once you have defined the main problem your service solves, dig down and think about the key demographics of the people you are trying to help. Next step will be to survey your existing customers or clients. A survey can be a great way to get information from those who have bought from you in the past. You can then use this data perhaps to pinpoint exactly who is most likely to buy your products or services or interact with your content in future. Next step is to dig into your Google Analytics. What that means that your website analytics can provide a wealth of available info for helping you pinpoint your target audience. This, in fact, is probably the first way you can figure out exactly who you serve and who you should serve in the future. Socially, in listening, if you want to find out a little more about the people who are currently looking for your products, services, or content, if dropping on a social media conversation is the way to go. Of course, joining industry groups on Facebook and LinkedIn to see who is asking questions and what kinds of questions they are asking. It's great way to listen to your ideal customer. Social media analytics as well. most of the major social networking sites provide a way to analyze your existing audience using built-in analytics tool. Facebook page insights, Facebook group insights, Twitter analytics, Instagram insights for business accounts, to find out who you are currently serving and how to attract like-minded people in the future. Pay, of course, a special attention to your audience demographics, content formats that get the most reach and engagement. In other words, this text, images, videos, or links. Most popular topics, most popular social networking sites for your audience. Get insights about your visitors using Quantcast measure. After placing a piece of code on your site, Quantcast will be able to give you key insights into your audience demographic. It's good age, gender, household income, education level, and etc. And the seventh, last but not least step will be to spy on your competitors to see how they are serving. One of the main steps to the customer understanding is presenting information on a way which is familiar, close, and does not create a repulsive feeling of being overwhelmed by information. The best way to distribute information is in following 4 ways. Prioritize a clean, well-designed website. Build customer trust by backing your online product pages with helpful content. Use email to suggest new services, but tactfully. And be ready for digital customer service access. That's the way how you should distribute information. Product plan. How to create a product plan. What it means? Product managers always have a massive flashes of new products in the brains, but they still need to organize those scattered ideas into a systematic plan. Compared with other methods, a mind map has intuitive and visual features, which makes your product plan more readable and logical. Therefore, in order to create a product plan with mind maps, the components of product plan should be aware of objectives. For product manager, setting objectives is of vital consideration. So what you set should be touchable and sustainable for the long-term development of company, of development of product. Customer segmentation, a product manager should dig the market for potential customers initially, and then identify primary users, secondary users, tertiary, and of course core users to provide them with relevant marketing strategy. Positioning, good product positioning should be consistent in its company to strengthen its brand image. Positioning is not just product positioning, but also contains marketing positioning and user positioning. Product feasibility feature consists of technique feasibility, financial, social feasibility. In this stage, the analysis of rival products should be emphasized. Financial analysis is the foundation of launching a product. So a product manager should have a strong sense of considering price setting, forecast costs and revenue. Product schedule task can be set to plan a schedule easily. Therefore, a product manager should allocate tasks and monitor the whole process of product execution. If any unexpected situation like delay appear, you should modify and adjust in time according to schedule. MindMaster, according to my research, a MindMaster tool is an appropriate and very, very solid tool for this aforementioned purpose. As from my research, it's a user-friendly and professional mind mapping tool. It's available on multiple platforms, including PC, tablet, mobile, and web. You can create mind maps and access them from each platform. With this excellent collaborative mapping tool, working with your teammates can be easier. I won't be showing you how to use this tool, but please take a look on the web. For more information that MindMaster can offer you. And in order to get to know the customers as well as to make the end effect to make your product profitable and sustainable, it's necessary to gather the necessary information in order to better understand your customers. Information collection should be done through the following 4 ways. Gathering biographical data, collect the data your customers are already handing over. Ask for the information in person to connect with them, with your customers. Request information over the phone for convenience. And also you can use pre-order forms to encourage more people to give you information. Take data from warranty cards to collect it and develop a rewards program, for example, and etc. Second is to track customer behavior, record transaction histories, track customer movements on your site, use a favorite save or rating system to judge what customers want, track, as I said, their behavior, but on social media also. Watch the customer's last login date to determine their activity level. Develop satisfaction surveys. Use a simple satisfaction survey to track your net promotion score. Ask how they find out about your RTU to improve your marketing. Ask how they come to you. Request information on why customers choose you to better serve them. And storing data, the last but not the least, use customer relationship management software, CRM, to store the data. Write the customer information privacy policy and protect your data by using encryption. Focusing on the sales efficiency and business development process, a better way of managing and growing business success would be to implement a customer relationship management software. This can make all the difference. Organization, according to my research and my knowledge, uses CRM solutions for a variety of reasons. To keep track of your sales success and also to keep all your customers' information stored easily on one place on this CRM solution. Most of the CRM tools are geared primarily towards sales and PR people and offer a way to store customers' information and track communication with those customers. Nowadays, more and more CRM solutions are available on the market to straddle several areas of business, including customer relationship management, marketing, as well as analytics, communication through that tool, and even lightweight project management. Some CRM systems even have a built-in chatbot and calling capabilities. So reps, representatives can communicate with clients directly in the system. Even today, even small businesses can afford to invest in powerful and cheap customer relationship management software, which delivers lots of functionality without the fuss of a major software implementation project. Here is a roundup of the best picks of accordance to my research for customer relationship management, according to my opinion, which could fit your needs. I primarily think on including costs and functionalities. So those two features. If you Google those tools, you will see that the prices are starting from 10 to up to 150 euros per user per month, which is, from my point of view, cheap in comparison what it can bring to you. It could for sure assist you to work on the more efficient and effective way. Of course, there is one fact that is overlooked by many that are engaged in product development. Not all projects, development projects are the same. Depending on several variables, such as the nature of the business, of course, as well as the type of products, the current state of the market and the economy. To name a few that will greatly affect how a project development project will go. What work for one business does not necessarily make it effective in another. With that being said, it's safe to say that product development is not without risks. So any product development can pass without risks. Businesses that are engaged in product development processes are bound to be faced with these risks, and it will be up to them how to manage these risks so as not to hamper the future plans of the business for growth and development. Risk number one, the new product may not be what the customers want and need. As I previously mentioned, this is very important and is considered to be the main risk faced by businesses when it comes to new product development. The risk is higher when you base your ideas for a new product merely on a whim or without conducting enough market research. Businesses are not in touch with their customers, are also likely to suffer from these risks. For example, a business may decide to come up with new product simply because they got hold of a new technology for it. Just because you can do it does not mean that you should. How to manage this risk? Get to know your customer, as I said a couple of times, and keep yourself updated on any changes in their needs and preferences. Conducting periodic market research will help minimize this risk. It would also be a good idea to involve a specific group of customers as your source of feedback. Also produce a product prototype and perform a series of product testing. Start with testing the product within the company. Then test the product with select group of customers. There are two main reasons why it would be a good idea to build a prototype. First is to check if the product works or does what is designed to do, and to assess customer reaction to the product, especially on how it looks, how it feels, and how it functions. The second risk, the product development process may involve technical hurdles and operational risks that must be overcome. What that means? The business maybe developing an entirely new product that will provide new and better benefits to customers. It may also decide to modify its existing product by adding new feature that will make it more, let's say, more appealing to the market. In these cases, it's probable that there will be technical processes that will have to be performed. These include the need for new technology or even new tools, machinery, or equipment, depending on the product. In most cases, that they have to deal with operational risks. For instance, there may be components that have to be supplied on a regular basis, and sourcing these materials can be a problem. Also, there can be a problem regarding transporting these materials, so the logistical part. How to manage this risk? You have to choose right people to be in the product development team. That's the core part. The people tasked with developing the new product must have all the relevant skills and knowledge, especially regarding the technical aspects that will be required in developing the product. That's this is standard. So of course, the experts you need. It's often advised then the team be composed of all areas of departments of the business, from production across marketing and finance in the end. The objectives of the product development team must be clear to everyone involved. Hire experts or get help from outside, from outside, some subcontracting experts or etc. Many companies avail of the services of technical personnel in order to facilitate the development of new products. Risk number three, product development always comes with a financial risk. You can never do away with this risk when developing a new product. It's possible that the new product you have developed will not be able to generate enough demand and at a price that will bring profit. That will build profit for the business. The cost of production, as well as the cost of marketing the product, may not be covered by selling the price. Moreover, the high utilization of resources during the product development stage is also a downfall for most companies, under the assumption that they will get better results if they throw more resources in the project. They will end up spending more than they should have. How to manage this risk? The solution to manage this risk is agree on an overall budget from the various parts of the project and make sure that they stay within the limits. When preparing the budget, work with the core team responsible for developing the product, since they are the ones most knowledgeable about costs, about what that will be incurred. And last but not the least, risk number 4, sticking to only one development plan may lead to losing other better opportunities. What that means, businesses tend to stay within their comfort zone. Why fix something that is not broken? Why step into unknown territory when we can stay in one place that has already worked out for us? As a result of this question, of this way of doing this, they tend to have a tunnel vision and put everything they have on that one single plan. It's very crucial that that every product satisfies the customer's needs. The question is how to identify these needs. I have presented you here the methodology used for this, and it should contain the following objectives: to ensure that product will be directed towards satisfaction of the end users, of satisfaction of customers' needs, to identify both hidden and explicit customers' needs, to provide first base for checking the product's specifications, to create, of course, to archiving of customers' needs during the development process, as I already mentioned, it's a very important part, to ensure that no critical customer need is left out or forgotten. So collect all their needs and requirements to be able to develop that features according to their needs and wants, and to develop mutual understanding of customers' needs between development teams. So everyone needs to be on the same page in your team. Customer service is also a very important step of growing a business. Customer service is a part of business tasked with enhancing customer satisfaction. This department that are dealing with that often deals with customer problems brought about by product defects or the product misuse. Customer service is one key factor in establishing a company's reputation and brand. So how you're serving customers, the other audience will be able to get known about your brand of the company, which is a very good way to attract new customers. In fact, satisfied repeat customers can often be a company's most valuable intangible asset, although that value is often difficult to quantify. But satisfied repeated customers, so the idea is to nurture existing customers, to keep them constantly using your product. Customer service is meeting the needs and desires of any customers. Some characteristics of good customer service include promptness. Promises for the delivery of product must be on time. Delays and cancellation of products should be avoided, definitely. Politeness. Politeness is almost a lost art, like saying hello, good afternoon, sir, and thank you very much are a part of good customer service. For any business, using good manners is appropriate whether the customer makes a purchase or not. Professionalism. All customers should be treated professionally, which means the use of competence or skill accepted of the professional. Professionalism show the customer they are cared for. And personalization, using the customer's name, for example, is very effective in producing loyalty. Customers like the idea that when you nurture them and you come to them on the personal level. Customer service is performed in a various ways. It can be person to person or over the telephone, and most companies have extensive websites devoted to it. Customer service provided by live representatives can be very expensive. Many companies have automated process as much as possible to save money. In addition, some companies, what they done, they have outsourced their customer service departments with cheaper labor in order to have lower costs. Managers, this is the role of managers to have the balance to balance those cost savings against the potential loss of customer satisfaction. If customers are not able to get their problems resolved using the automated or less expensive systems. One of the examples of good customer service are that you should not act like a salesperson, to be honest to your customers, to provide great product training, and to be approachable and friendly to them. Finally, to conclude, offering amazing customer service is very important if you want to retain customers and grow your business. That would be about it from today's webinar. I hope you have learned something useful and have a new ideas and directions to how to attract potential new customers on the first place, potential new customers, and nurture existing ones. Thank you very much for your attention and participation on the topic of customers' needs. Once again, to repeat, if you have any questions or near guidance on the topic of the webinar, customers' needs, or any other topic, please free to write to us at diatomic.innocence@gmail.com after the webinar, and we will do our best to get back to you as soon as possible. The next topic, actually the sixth topic in a row in the market phase, will take place 3rd of March on the topic of how to find right investors to fund your company. So I'm looking forward to seeing you there. Thank you very much.